the point of like they were just walking up to a hill to watch a solar eclipse? I mean, I guess if you're just carrying it on you at all times, it makes sense. But
Maybe it's like our pepper spray,
it's just funny that like
where it's on your keychain.
he wakes up from being knocked unconscious, and then the first thing he ends up doing is stabbing a skeleton in the chest. So
Well,
with a knife,
it is an eclipse. Like weird things happen.
I guess.
Moon power.
Sailor Moon shows up
Yeah,
and fight crime.
there you go.
Yep. For everyone, there was a specific game/game series, or was there a specific game/game series that you looked forward to playing, but due to an extreme controversy connected to the game/game series, extinguished any desire to play it/them. The example for me is Mass Effect. I was curious about the series due to it being, to my understanding, a modern rendition of a choose-your-own-adventure novel, but due to the noise the ending of Mass Effect 3 caused, I've absolved myself never to play the Mass Effect series.
Silent Hills because it doesn't exist anymore.
Don't do that. Mass Effect is so good.
The ending isn't bad.
Then again, I'm fine with the ending, but like Mass Effect 2, like if anything, like punish Mass Effect 3. Okay. I don't think there has. In fact, that would probably make me more curious about a game.
Silent Hills because it doesn't exist anymore.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. Yep.
Yeah. Have you been hearing about the rumor of like Microsoft trying to buy it so like it can still be made?
Yes.
I have, yeah.
How much bullshit do you think that is? Because that's a lot of bullshit.
Yeah, I can't see it. But hey, if Microsoft E3 conference brings out Kojima, like we picked him up, that'd be crazy. That would be crazy. That'd be such a get.
Microsoft has enough money that if they wanted to do that, they would have just announced that they're doing it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, it is so close to E3.
Or maybe that's why PT can't be on PS4 anymore. Maybe it's coming to Xbox One. Follow the money.
Konami still owns the license, so it would never happen.
I'm just being silly.
And also to everyone again, a non-gaming related question. Have you been following the controversy regarding SoundCloud? What are your thoughts on it and thoughts on the most likely inevitability of SoundCloud dissipating? I point this question in particular to John, a request that he ask his friends and followers because I believe his friends and followers make use of SoundCloud.
Do you guys know what's happening with SoundCloud? I went to his link and read up on it.
Yeah, so basically the thing that got SoundCloud pretty big is that people used it as an indie way, kind of like MySpace back in the day for music, of putting up like remixes of stuff they were doing or like their own indie stuff or whatever. SoundCloud has been getting pressure from Sony to make more money, so they have been getting rid of, like, they've been using the YouTube thing of basically copyright protection or whatnot. Right, so
that was the first part, yeah. So they have to take down a lot of the tracks that are using other people's content.
Right, exactly. But then at the same time, Sony's still mad at them because they are not making enough money through their advertising and whatnot. So they're kind of being crushed both ways, where they're not getting support from their like big money overhead people, and they're getting literally nothing now from the people that they've alienated away from their service that people were actually listening to. So they are killing themselves off, and I have no remorse for them at all. There will be another better service that they can't provide because that's how the internet works.
Yep, I'm basically same boat. I barely use SoundCloud. It's just kind of, if I like a song but I want to hear a remix of it, I'll see if it's on SoundCloud. That's about it.
Yep. And ever since Groove Shark is gone, like, I've been using SoundCloud more, and now I won't be because the stuff I had on it is no longer there, basically.
Brooke writes, "Hey guys, quick question. With E3 on the horizon, I'm curious, what kind of person are you when it comes to games being announced? Do you have one or two games that you get really excited for, get excited about everything, are cautiously optimistic, etc.?" I'd say I'm usually pretty cautiously optimistic. However, there usually is one or two games, or maybe a few games that I do get excited for sure, but definitely not everything.
I tend to ignore a lot of the announcements and have that moment of discovery when I see that it's available to try myself.
I'm usually indifferent to the announcements and like trailers and that, but like every now and then there'll be one or two games that's just like, oh man, that sounds cool, or like, oh
Yep.
man, that looks great.
Yeah, I'm with you. But that's mostly out of like people whose opinions I respect or hold in a high regard saying stuff about it, and not necessarily from like the PR spin or video that they show.
Yeah.
All right,
next one should
Twitter
be-
questions.
All right. Mikhail for the win says, so someone finally beat Mario Wings to the Sky, that's the third star in Super Mario 64 Bob-omb Battlefield, without pressing the jump button once ever. If you don't know Mario 64, or if you like don't remember it well, it's the one where you had to fly through the sky and fly through 5 rings and pick up the coins in the middle, and once you picked up all 5, a star would appear on the ground.
Oh wow!
So someone figured out how to get that without ever jumping. I watched the video earlier today. He's been working on figuring that out for 2 years. It's kind of funny to watch, but it's also like the amount of work that went into figuring out how to do it without jumping is both admirable and disgusting.
What is like? Give us like a quick. Like,
he
elevator
glitches the
pitch.
game to do it basically. What he
Okay.
does is he has a glitch where he can place an enemy or any item in the game wherever he wants. So he builds a bridge to the sky out of Goombas, and then
I
basically
saw a
bounces,
screenshot of this.
bounces off the Goombas all the way up to the last 2 rings, and then they auto direct him towards the star. Or
Amazing.
towards like, it's ridiculous.
Cool.
Like so much work went into doing it. I think they're like he shows like calculations and everything. There's like 2 years of work to just figure out how to do this without jumping, because otherwise he said this was the only star in the game he couldn't get without jumping. I think,
Okay.
or it might have been the only one in Bob-omb Battlefield. I don't know. It's cool, but I mean, only a couple of people are gonna find it cool. Basically,
I think
other
it's
people are gonna
cool.
be like, yeah, other people are gonna be like, you can just jump.
Because the internet, always
save yourself 2 years of work.
yeah, exactly.
Is it me or Paul? I think it's Paul.
After reading that block of text, all right then.
Yeah. No, I
You-
just did this
you
one.
motherfucker. All right.
Well, I mean, I can
Kon-
go. I don't
no,
care.
no. Konagami writes in, the credits screen for Splatoon was very colorful and creative. Most interesting credit sequence you've seen? Question mark.
I like
feel
the
like
ones where they hide a little game in there, like Punch Out or
Smash Bros.
Mhm.
the new Super Mario Brothers or Smash Bros. Yeah.
That's the one that came to my mind was the Smash Bros. One. I can't think of any other game ones because I can remember Meelees and Smash 4s. Yeah, Splatoon's is just you just can shoot paint at it basically at the wall.
Makes sense.
Metal Gear Solid 4s. It's like credits and then like another half-hour video.
Oh god, that you can't skip.
Yep.
Why would you want to? It's Metal Gear Solid.
Honestly-
You gotta watch-
It's like the only cutscene in the game you can't skip, which if you're replaying the game really sucks.
Yeah, but it's the end of the game, so go make yourself a sandwich.
Yeah.
You could go fucking like make 30 sandwiches in that time frame.
That-
It just takes
You
That's
could
just
feed an
crazy.
army.
exactly.
That's like
Keep me
Ubisoft
proud.
credits where they like your controller goes to sleep. They're so long.
Well, the actual game's credits aren't that long, especially nowhere near a Ubisoft credits, but like all the extra cutscenes that are after the credits, or
Right.
sandwiched between the credits technically, because there's 2 credits in that game. Pretty long.
All right, David writes, do you think Splatoon's 4-hour map rotation is actually the developer's way of discouraging long multiplayer binge sessions?
No, it's their way of hiding that there's only like 5 maps. in the
Yes, that's
Yep,
exactly what it
I
is.
was gonna say that exact thing.
Yep.
game. Hey, did you try rank mode at all? No, it probably wasn't even available when you did it.
It was. I didn't get to it.
Okay,
And
so you
then-
know what it is, right?
I know there's more and stuff. Yeah.
No, you know that it's just basically King of the Hill. Like you have to like paint these 2 sections and count down a timer.
Yeah. Sorry. Like what I meant is like it's different. There's more than just in the player matches.
Yeah.
There's a difference. Yeah.
Oh, dude, for ending sequences, Shadow of the Colossus.
I don't
So-
remember Shadow of the Colossus.
It's
God
the,
Hands was pretty good. I
it's
just saw, Ju-
basically the video of
mention
Eco being born, basically, because after all the stuff
Well, that's-
happens, So good. So good.
I don't even remember that, but I'll take your word for it.
No, I do remember that, but I don't think was that actually supposed to be him. Or I thought it was just a nod, like that's how like that species of person.
It's
was
yeah,
made.
yeah, like it's
Ambiguous.
probably yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Also,
It's ambiguous, so it's
Portal,
actually him.
Portal and themes, Jonathan
Oh
Colton.
yeah, that's true.
Mm.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna read this last one.
'Kay.
From Villain.
Villain.
Villain. Do you guys ever plan to game together?
No.
No.
I mean, yeah, I don't even live there. But like when I'm home on Christmas, we get together sometimes.
That's true.
It's true. Yeah.
That's usually for card games and board games, though.
That's true. But I thought, I played some
last
Mordor
time
at
you
your
were
place.
last time you were over, you played Shadows of Mordor.
That game was great, and that's what I was
But
playing
it's
over the
single
break.
player. You were just showing me the game.
I was showing you how cool it was.
And the time before that, you wanted me to play through The Last of Us so you could watch me play it.
Nice.
You were playing it because I wanted you to play it, and I was playing Attack of the Friday Monsters beside you, which is a total thing to do. You can do that. That's awesome. I had fun, and that game's great. I wanted you to see the opening at least. All right, we're finally at the end of this meaty podcast.
So meaty.
If people want to send in questions for next week, I'm not going to read them.
It's true.
But you can at topdownperspective@gmail.com, at TDP Podcast, or the Facebook group. Just search Top Down Perspective. What's your guys' games of the week?
Blade and Soul.
I'm probably gonna say Stretch Mo.
And mine would be Axiom Verge.
Nice.
Nice.
So those two guys hopefully will be here next week.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I'm definitely here next week. So
John and I are really bad about times, though. Like,
There'll
so
be an episode at some time next week.
there will be.
I'll be back in a few weeks. I'm gone for at least 2, so we'll see how this situation goes. Everyone is paying respects to my PS3 yet again in the chat. Fantastic. Thank you.
I'm sorry. I didn't think it'd go this long.
But anyways, thanks for
I
watching,
don't know the
guys.
internet very well.
We'll see you around.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.